Hare Krishna, everyone, and welcome back once again to our series on the glories of our most beloved Sri Vrindavan Dham. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastata Deshatarane. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So we are continuing with our mini-series on Stimulation for Ecstatic Love, and this will be part 143, in which we will continue our discussion on Radha and Krishna's disguises. Hearing such pastimes will certainly increase our desire to serve the Lord. There's a Sanskrit book entitled Shubhashit. Shubhashitas are described as short and memorable verses. Shu in Sanskrit means good, and Bhashishta means spoken, which together literally means well-spoken or eloquent sayings. Well-spoken or eloquent sayings. So in the Shubhashit, it says, Shatam vihaya bhoktavyam sahasram snanam acharye laksham vihaya dattavyam kotim yatva harim bhaje. So, Shatam Vihaya Bhoktavyam means giving up hundreds of other tasks one should eat at a proper time. Then, Sahasram Snanam Acharye. When it is the proper time to take a bath, one should give up thousands of other tasks and take bath at the proper time. Then, Laksham Vihaya Dattavyam. When there is suitable time for giving charity, one should give up hundreds of thousands of other tasks and give suitable charity. Then Kotim Yatva Harim Bhaje. But when it comes to worshipping Sri Hari, Krishna, one should give up 10 million other tasks and worship Sri Hari. Such wisdom. So now, in the Vallabha Sampradaya and throughout Vrindavan, there's a well-known pastime that I'd like to share with you today. One morning, while Sri Radha's girlfriends were dressing her, Lalita Saki spoke up and said, "Dearest Radharani, today we will ornament you in shark-shaped earrings, because Shyamasundar is like a shark, and your ear holes are like the ocean. As a shark cannot live without the ocean, so Krishna is unable to live without you. And whenever Krishna sees these shark-shaped earrings, he will remember that his life is nothing without you. He will remember that his life is nothing without you." She continued, "And dearest Radha, I am putting Coryllium, kajal, in your eyes, because this is the darkness of love, and love matures best in darkness." Such poetry. So in this way, Sri Radha started her day with great hopes of encountering Krishna, decorated in this wonderful way. And by Purnamasi's grace, her maidservants were able to arrange a secret meeting with Krishna later that day. However, as sometimes happens, or often happens, as we've been hearing through the months, Krishna arrived late for the rendezvous. And as a result, Radharani became very angry. Again, what is angry in Sanskrit? Man. She came into man. Of course, Krishna tried as hard as he could, as he often does, to pacify her, but he was unsuccessful. So as he sometimes does, he went to Lalita Saki and asked her to intervene. Fortunately, Lalita was able to partially calm Sri Radha down, but afterwards, Lalita found Krishna and chastised him, telling him never to make Sri Radha angry again. Never again, Krishna. So a few days later, this is interesting, kind of twist in the pastimes, Radha and Krishna were sitting happily together in a forest grove, a kunja, when Krishna said, listen to this, "My dear Radharani, what do you think if we switch roles? What do you think if we switch roles and I become angry with you? Just this one time." So Radharani smiled and said, yes, that kind of man, it might be fun. So Krishna joked and said, "Watch out, it will not be easy to pacify me." But Sri Radha said, "Don't be so sure of that, Krishna. You know the strength of my love and how easily I can control you." So right then and there, Krishna went into man, anger, on the banks of the Yamuna. Now, as much as Sri Radha tried to pacify him, she wasn't successful. It's the pastime. So then Radharani asked Lalita to help. But even she wasn't able to appease Krishna's man. So then Sri Radha turned to Vishaka for help. But even she was not successful in pacifying let us say, the pouting Krishna. So then 16,108 gopis were called forth, and even they failed. So at that point, Radharani began crying. And as she did so, her tears flowed into the Yamuna River. And soon the river began overflowing its banks because of her tears. When that happened, Yamuna Devi herself, the Yamuna River personified, Yamuna Devi herself appeared and said, "Dearest Sri Radha, your tears are causing me great pain. Please give me an order that I can pacify Krishna on your behalf." So after Sri Radha blessed Yamuna Devi went into a nearby kunj, a nearby grove, and soon reappeared looking exactly like Krishna in his form as Gopal, lifting Govardhan Hill, that beautiful form of Gopal discovered by Madhavinda Puri on Govardhan Hill. She was holding a lotus flower in her left hand, and her right hand was in the pose of lifting Giriraj, famous deity. She had also expertly manifest all the beautiful features of Krishna and was wearing the same outfit as Krishna, along with a necklace and a beautiful crown. So then what did she do? Well, she passed by Krishna, who was pouting on the banks of the river, and when Krishna saw her, looking identical to him in every way, he became attracted to his own form. It's not the first time. He became attracted to his own form. Krishna said, "Excuse me, tell me who you are. I would very much like to embrace you." So Yamuna Devi, looking like Krishna, said, "Dear Krishna, if you would like to attain me, you must first give up your man, your anger towards Sri Radha, and take shelter of her lotus feet." So of course Krishna immediately agreed, and giving up his man, he bowed down to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, who was standing just nearby. So Yamuna Devi accomplished what Lalita, Vishaka, and even what Sri Radha had been unable to do. So because Yamuna was so successful in pacifying Krishna, Radharani famously, very kindly, gave her a most beautiful blessings. Listen to this. She said, "My dear Yamuna, as you are dear to me, so the lotus flowers that constantly decorate your waters are also dear to me. So from this day forth, I shall always hold one of your lotus flowers in my left hand and bless you with my right hand." Just envision in your mind's eye. So from this day forth, I shall always hold one of your lotus flowers in my left hand and bless you with my right hand. And it is for this reason, dear Prabhus, that we see Radha, along with Krishna, in both our London and Paris temples, in the pose of holding a lotus flower in her left hand with her right hand raised as a blessing Yamuna Devi. So please go online, dear devotees, and download a photo of Radharani in this pose in either London or Paris. These deities, the two sets of deities, famously installed by Srila Prabhupada, are known as Radha Londonishwara and Radha Parasishwara. Very interesting names. Radha Londonishwara and Radha Parasishwara, respectively. Both of them very dear to Srila Prabhupada. And there you see Radharani in that pose. Hare Krishna. So I would like to conclude today by reciting a few, how could you say, exquisite verses from the final portion of chapter 2 of Govinda Lilamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, which opens a window, you could say, into the eternal morning pastimes of Vrindavan, where Srimati Radharani is lovingly dressed and adorned by her intimate maidservants. With great care and devotion, they ornament her with, how could you say, countless artistic touches, including a lotus flower in her hand. It's all tied together, enhancing, let us say, enhancing her beauty in ways that captivate the heart of Krishna himself. And I quote here, perfect ending. Lalita then placed on Srimati Radharani's finger a signet ring decorated with various jewels and carrying the inscription Radha. This ring decimates the happiness of Srimati Radharani's rivals. Vishaka then fastened 2 sets of wonderful golden jeweled anklets above Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. The tinkling of these anklets resembles the pleasant cooing of chataka birds. Simply by hearing these tinkling sounds, the swan of Lord Krishna's mind has become enchanted and lost all its composure. Vishaka then placed on Srimati Radharani's ankles 2 sets of glistening jeweled bells. These bells seem to be the music teachers of the gently cooing swans in the Yamuna River. Sudevi then placed various glistening jeweled rings on Srimati Radharani's toes. These rings were fashioned with such wonderful artistic craftsmanship that they astonished even the Creator, Lord Brahma. Then, at the moment of sunrise, Narmada, the daughter of a florist, gave a toy lotus flower to her friend Vishaka. Vishaka's lotus face lit up with a smile, and she then placed that toy lotus flower in the lotus hand of lotus-eyed Srimati Radharani. Please allow me to say it again. Then at the moment of sunrise, Narmada, the daughter of a florist, gave a toy lotus flower to her friend Vishaka. Vishaka's lotus face lit up with a smile, and she then placed that toy lotus flower in the lotus hand of lotus-eyed Srimati Radharani. Very clearly described there. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. We'll be back again next week with, actually we have more pastimes with disguises. So we can actually make this section a book probably of disguises. Haribol. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Shri Radha Sundar ki, Brindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Krishna Sankirtan Yagya ki, Nitai Gaur Pimanandi Jai Jai Sisi Radhe Sham. All glories to Prabhupada. All glory to that lotus flower in the hand